Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Today, we're doing something pretty unique. We're exploring consciousness, reality, but from a really, really unusual angle. You've shared this amazing transcript with us, someone under hypnosis talking about, well, an ET existence and its purpose. So our mission here is to pull out the key insights, the kind of core ideas, and really help understand what makes this material so compelling.
Exactly. And just to be clear, our goal isn't to say, this is true or this isn't true. We're here to explore the ideas within the source material itself. What are the specific details? What picture does it paint? We want to understand that framework impartially.
Okay, then let's unpack this, because we should start with the being itself, right? Its identity. The source talks about its race, but it's not a name like we think of names. It's identified by a sound frequency signature.
A frequency signature.
Yeah, described as a code, something that can even be drawn, apparently. And maybe the biggest thing right off the bat, they don't live on a planet.
Right. They're from a different dimension. That completely shifts the foundation.
It really does. Makes you pause.
Absolutely. This whole idea of identity as frequency, not physicality, it's profound. It kind of echoes some quantum ideas or even ancient spiritual views about consciousness being primary. Like, our core essence is maybe just a vibration, a unique one.
And the source says this frequency is rare here on Earth.
That's what it says. Rare and out of their range from many other races. It's like, they're broadcasting on a frequency most radios can't pick up.
So how do they manifest?
If they do.
The transcript mentions their flesh was effectively see-through at one point.
Yes, but then it shifts.
Right, now it's just
Far out
frequency.
such-
And it talks about robes of light. What does that even look like?
Well, it sounds like an adaptation, doesn't it? Moving between states of being, the text explains, only a speck of me could come through to be here when entering our dimension.
Ah, okay, so like condensing or reducing themselves massively to even interact here.
Exactly. It implies a huge difference in, let's say, energetic density. So maybe interaction isn't physical as we know it, but more of a subtle energetic presence.
Which leads to the big question, I guess. Why? Why Earth? If you exist as frequency in another dimension, what pulls you here? The source is very clear. This wasn't random. It says they chose myself.
Right, volunteered. And even more, everybody was chosen. Suggests a collective purpose.
Okay, so what is that purpose? What's the mission?
It centers fascinatingly on dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yes. And the claim that their songlines that hold this planet together are being destroyed. These songlines are presented as absolutely critical, like the planet's energetic foundation.
Wow, songlines. That resonates with some indigenous concepts, doesn't it? Like ley lines or dreamtime tracks.
It does indeed. It suggests this underlying energetic grid that maybe sustains everything. And this being, according to the source, is here because that grid is in trouble.
And how do they help? The transcript mentions needing a frequency shift.
Yeah, it seems like an internal adjustment. Tuning themselves, perhaps, to better communicate, maybe, and to remember things obscured by our reality.
Remember their purpose, their abilities.
Presumably. And it also mentions overcoming isolation, which is called an illusional program. So connection seems key to making any progress.
Connection with us or others.
Both, it seems. The broader goal mentioned is sharing information with other races and also receiving it. It specifically names the Octarans.
Doctrines. And what's their situation?
The source describes them as stuck. Like, they can't progress. They apparently need source access to advance.
Source access. Like connecting to the universe's main hard drive or something.
Kind of, yeah. That's a good way to put it. Access to some fundamental consciousness or information field they've lost touch with. So this mission isn't just about Earth, it's potentially about helping other races evolve too, part of a bigger picture.
Okay, before we go further on the mission, the transcript gives this amazing description of where the being came from. A past life or main home, described as very blue, with a lot of round circles everywhere. Just very extraordinary. Sounds visually stunning.
It does, and the being's there.
Yeah?
Naturally ecstatic.
Always laughing, having a good time, very creative.
Yeah.
It's quite a contrast to some depictions of ETs.
Absolutely. It paints a picture of just sheer joy and creativity as a state of being. And it mentions about 40 individuals from that specific place have come here to Earth.
To experience something here. Wonder what?
That part isn't fully detailed, but the connection it makes next is startling.
Which is?
The source states, that's where the dolphins came from.
Whoa! Okay. Tying it all back together. The ecstatic creative beings, the blue planet, and Earth's dolphins and their song lines.
Exactly. It creates this really intricate, interconnected narrative across dimensions and planets. This very unusual place, as the source calls it, really underscores the idea of incredible diversity in life and purpose throughout the cosmos.
So let's circle back to their identity here. This race. They see themselves as keepers.
Yes, keepers.
And keepers of some fundamental things. Song lines, obviously, but also codes, information, frequency.
And different ideas that people haven't thought of before.
Cosmic librarians, guardians of vibration, and idea generators, all in one package.
That's a good summary. Being keepers of frequency and information, it suggests a really foundational role. Like they're maintaining parts of the universe's operating system almost. Energetic architects.
But if they're so important, why don't more races know about them? The source says it's just out of their range.
Which implies different levels of perception, doesn't it? What's plainly real for one race might be totally imperceptible to another. Maybe it's not about secrecy, just incompatibility of awareness.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me, though. They do talk to some races, specific ones that do know about them.
Right, creating this sort of exclusive network.
But why, if they're keepers, here to help beings advance, like the Octurans, why limit the interaction? Is it just that frequency thing again?
That seems the most likely explanation based on the text. Energetic resonance, you can only communicate clearly if you're somewhat attuned. So, putting it all together, we have this non-physical, frequency-based being on a mission connected to Earth's energy grid via dolphins and songlines,
Right.
aiming to help other races like the stuck Octurans access source to advance. It's a remarkably integrated, purposeful view of existence, operating way outside our normal parameters.
Wow. What a journey through just this one source.
Well,
It's a lot to take in. These perspectives on identity, existence, purpose, these connections across dimensions. It really challenges standard thinking.
it absolutely does. And it brings up that crucial question, doesn't it? How does encountering perspectives like this make us reconsider our own reality, our own consciousness? What does it even mean for us to be stuck or to advance?
Exactly. And maybe the final thought to leave you with is this. What if our own human song lines, whatever they might be, are tied to frequencies we don't perceive yet? And what ideas people haven't thought of before might be waiting, just, slightly out of our current range. Makes you wonder about the power of perspective